is it's quite a large building. It probably once was the literal barracks, but at some stage it's been just turned into like where they keep all the people they don't have a decent enough like. I imagine in the apocalypse you'd sleep where you work, kind of thing. Like if you're a woodcutter, you'd sleep in the woodcutting bit. That if you haven't got a job that gives you a place to sleep, you sleep in the barracks. And it's like families staying in relatively small rooms, a lot of like oil drum fires burning and keeping the place warm because without electricity to do heating, that's quite difficult. And you go in here and you're just it's all very unlit apart from like a little bit of fire light in coming out of rooms. And you kind of go by, you can see like families in some rooms, like huddled up. Other rooms just have like one occupant or maybe two. You pass by one room with like some guy in like a plastic poncho with rubber ducks on it, but you go by that one quite quick. Are you going to search for a like a room to yourself, or are you just going to go in and just take one with somebody else? Because you can
I'll
see
search
like
for an empty room.
okay. I think you search for a time. There's not. I don't think there are any empty rooms. I think that the problem this town definitely seems to have is, although they have all this extra space that they're not using, the bit they're using is quite overcrowded. Almost like they're more worried about security than they are about keeping giving people enough space. So you find one room with only like one occupant. It's I think they're a tattooed fella. He's got like he's wearing like a vest despite the cold, although he is sitting right next to an oil drum fire. And you can see his arms are tattooed with just scrolls, just post-apocalyptia tattoos of varying qualities and fade. He's probably in his mid-40s, and he's sitting there, ostensibly like not quite asleep, but not really doing anything with his waking mind.
I'll drop my pack and be like, "Do you mind if I crash here?"
He looks up at you and goes, "No, go right ahead, sir." You look a little fancy to be in the Warren.
Well, I'm not from around here, so.
Looks you up and down and goes, "Clearly." Yeah, sit down.
So what can you tell me about this place?
You mean the base? Town, hard hold. Gets by alright. Pretty secure. Not very rich. Doesn't trade as much as it could. Guards can be assholes, but they're better equipped than most places.
Stolen gear, yes.
Don't think it's stolen. Passed down, as I understand it.
I'm more interested in this major person.
Major's a hard ass, but doesn't see him much though. Kinda keeps himself above the riffraff mostly.
Where does he live?
In the main military building. Just by the dock. Big secure place.
What about the world? I've seen quite a few weird things on my way in here.
The world? In general?
The apocalypse world. Dun, 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 dun.
Pretty fucked up out there. Always has been. But it's better than it used to be. Remember when I was...
Better than it used to be?
Oh, yeah. When my dad, mom, when they were alive, they told me about what it used to be like. The chaotic times. Just people killing each other, crazies running around everywhere. Nothing could get started because of all the madness. People just tearing each other apart. Bad times. It's still bad, don't get me wrong, but at least now people can trade a little, work a little, try and actually have a life, rather than just worrying about having their... Well, I mean, you still might get your flesh eaten. The fucking nutters are out there, but it's less likely.
The nutters?
Crazies. The people who are... He looks at you like, you really don't know this? What's your name, son?
Hank.
Hank.
You can just call me Hank.
People go mad. Not just some people. Most people are mad out there. They live in the woods. They rove together in weird gangs. They get obsessed with ideas and cults. Or sometimes they're just feral as animals. And then every now and then, a good person, a normal person, somebody you think you know and trust, they snap and they go mad too. Like my dad. That's why him and my mom aren't alive anymore. The world is better, but it's not good yet.
You know, the world used to be better than this. A lot better.
Not in my lifetime. Or my parents.
In my lifetime.
You look younger than me.
Looks can be deceiving.
He grins and goes, some people are crazy in a different way. Benign ways. Delusions, they're not always a bad thing. Protect the brain.
In fact, I remember when this base used to be a lot more than what you see. Those ships up there, they used to float.
And he gets up, looks out the window at the dark kind of shapes of the sunken boats, and goes, I wish they still did. Could use the protection. So he goes, you really think you're from that time?
I know I am. Hence my confusion.
Do you reckon this would be like a manipulate to see if he believes you, or?
Well, it doesn't matter if he believes me or not.
Yeah, I guess you're not really trying to. You're just saying. He looks at you and goes, all right, tell me how the world ended.
Well, I hope you got a very long night ahead of you.
Cool.
Even
you don't remember?
I'll tell you as much as I know, but there's some things I even don't remember.
Yeah. I think.
I'll tell them all the stuff that I know, like of the golden age, like video games and cars and.
I mean, they've got cars, but I think he's really struggling with the iPhone. Like I don't understand. It could do videos, and you could call people, and you didn't have to connect it to a gas-powered generator. I'm so confused. Yeah, that goes on for a while.
I mean, I guess batteries would still exist, right?
Yeah, I suppose, but I don't.
Like
Yeah, but they're
valuable,
large, right? Like they're.
Well, no.
Like
You get batteries, but I guess he's just thinking of batteries as I think plug in and charge stuff is well gone and dead. So he at least thinks of batteries as something you actually clunk into something.
Some warlord got chargeable batteries somewhere. They're the most valuable shit he ever owned.
He built his empire on his phone charger. He built his empire on a working iPhone. So back in the darkness, fighting the Balrog. Oh wait, spoilers, sorry. You guys, you guys are spluttering in the water. You scrabble for a while and you find like a slick, moist wall to grab onto.
I assume that like Farah doesn't answer any of my questions, right?
Not while we're in the fucking water, no.
Yeah.
and-
So like after a few questions, I just go like, "All right, have it your way. Let's get the fuck out of this water first." And I guess I shut up then and try to like just find a way out.
yeah. Something
Okay.
like that.
How?
I mean, I guess we just like swim around until we find something.
All right. I want you to imagine this. Close your eyes. You are swimming with your eyes completely. This is what you see, holding on to a wall of slippery, sharp rock, and you are just going around holding onto that wall.
Yep.
There is a cold, terrible panic inside your heart right now.
Yep.
Yep.
I think some form of move will have to be made in order for you to escape this situation.
Could open my brain, but I don't really do that. Or like Green doesn't really do that very often, unless he. Because I'm in the water, so I could Green could think of it as like the source speaking to him, when really it's the psychic maelstrom. But who cares, right?
Potatoes, but
Yeah. Or could I just do something under fire, like the fire being? I don't get out of here before.
I don't know if that one works. I think you're gonna have to open your brain or maybe read a situation.
I'll read
Yeah.
a such then. Like, I assume Farah is going on the more weird way, and I'll
Probably.
go with the
Okay.
practical one. Should I roll first, or do you want to roll first?
No, go for it.
Perfectly average.
Oh yeah.
The roll was pretty bad, but I got a +2, so perfectly
The
average. Here you
Just
go.
the
Basic
way the
moves.
ladies like it.
I mean, where's my best escape route?
Yeah.
Very obvious.
You can feel like as you're scrambling around, you notice there's a current that is definitely going somewhere. Like the water is moving in a direction. Like you could follow that current, and that would eventually get you out. I suppose the other option would be to try and climb up the side of the wall and like find handholds in the ceiling and try and find the waterfall again. You can hear the water falling in somewhere in the kind of the middle of the room. Well, you assume the middle.
So yeah, I think I turn to Farah and I say, "You think you think you can climb out? I think that's the safest way. Otherwise, the water has a current. If we follow it, we'll drop out eventually. But there are some waterfalls, so I don't know if we like where we come out."
While this is going on, by the way, while he's just doing all that, I was going to open my mind, right?
Yeah, you look
Because
so
let's do
happy about
that.
opening your mind.
I love that.
Nice.
What's it? That's not terrible.
Well, you get a confusing vision, and you have to make it.
Yes,
right.
but the interesting thing is, we'll see. I get like a impression.
Okay. So you feel like you feel the mother's heartbeat, the dum, the dum,
Yeah,
the dum, the
the
dum.
world is kind of contracting and
Yep.
expanding around me.
I mean, you assume you can't see anything, so all you can hear is the mother's
It's a
heartbeat.
sensation as well.
Yeah,
I guess. I guess
the
mostly
dum.
auditory though.
The dum, the dum, and then you feel something It feels like something grabs your feet and tries to pull you in the direction of the tries to pull you down. Not like aggressively try to drown you, but just tries to pull you under the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I either let this happen or follow the direction?
I mean, if you just let go and let it happen, that'd be one up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Why not?
Green, when you look at Farah, she's just letting the current drag her off.
Yes. You see her like swimming, and then she sort of stops, and then
Yeah, so I like look at.
Well, actually, no,
like,
you
kind
don't
of look
see.
at her.
Sorry, let me rephrase
oh,
that.
you don't see, yeah, you don't see.
Yeah.
You stop hearing Farah swim.
You still around? I mean, I didn't hear her go underwater, I guess. So I'm not.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you've not gone under the water, Farah. You're floating away,
Okay.
and yeah, you hear Green's voice echo out around you.
Yeah. What's he saying? Sorry.
You still around? Because you stopped moving.
I'm not round. I am made of many shapes.
So you can talk. And I
I-
by judging by where her voice is, I assume I can make out that she's probably following the current, right?
Yeah, she's floating away in that
I am-
direction.
Follow the pool.
All right, current it is then. And I start swimming after the current.
And I just kind of
Yeah.
And I guess if you just because you're gonna be much slower than if you just swam in the direction of the current.
Yes.
I'll probably
You will
fall-
bump into me at some point.
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, why just we can just swim after the current, and if you don't do it, I'll probably just pull you in the direction of the current.
Yeah, I won't do it. I'm just,
Yeah. So I have like one arm on you, like three
Yes,
legs and
yes.
arm, trying to keep over water and just like pulling us in the direction the current is going.
Cool. So you
You don't force the pull. Why do you?
drown. You float after the current, and eventually it kind of for a while it's like being in a sensory deprivation tank. You're in the middle of black nothingness, apart from the kind of noise of the cavern around you. And then you reach another wall, and you can
You
feel.
know what? I think my brain opens to the psychic maelstrom. I haven't opened my brain yet. I'm with the source. I don't know if I can even control it. I want a vision. And I don't want a vision about this, because in my head I'm still up there. I'm still like, what the fuck am I gonna do about this? Am I gonna throw them out? Bart definitely has to leave. What am I gonna do about Domino? My mind is not in the moment, which it probably should be because I could die here. But and I think my brain opens. Oh no, I want to open my brain. Green hasn't opened his brain yet, and I really want to. So I'll do it. The sensory deprivation tank. It takes away all the rationality Green has built up and
Yeah, nice.
brings him back to instinct. Wow.
That's good.
Ten.
Roll a
That's
10
good.
with a -1 in weird.
There we go. So yeah, you're in this sensory deprivation tank. You're floating along, and you well, we've never seen this with Green. What does it look like when you go into the psychic maelstrom? What do you want it to look like?
Oh god, I think it feels like I'm being pulled into water, but like I'm not drowning. To me, it feels as if I can like breathe the water.
Yeah.
It feels to me as if my lungs are filling with water, but I'm still getting oxygen. Like I'm not drowning, and it's
Okay.
not unpleasant to me. And then I guess the water tells me something.
Yeah.
Like I
So-
see shapes in the water and stuff.
The current does eventually try and take you underwater. Like you reach a wall and the current tries to take you down. You can feel there's a cave just underneath the underneath the thing, and you let it take you underneath, and you go along with it. You go along under the water. Both of you go along under the water, go into this cave, and while you're there, Green, you kind of see like light through the through like the shimmer of water,
Okay.
And then when you look closer at it, you see, like looking through a window of water, you see your cave, you see your grotto. Dominoes there with Lice and Gage and Nipperkin.
Brooklyn.
Only Domino looks different. Domino's wearing the kind of traditional clothes, like not traditional, but like the simple clothes that most people in the grotto wear. And Domino's let some of her hair grow out. She's got her tattoos back though, although less extreme than the first time you saw her.
Okay.
And she's dunking somebody into the water,
Nice.
and then pulls them back up, and you see it's you, and you're like, probably got a bit of facial hair or something on, like passage of time kind of moment.
Yeah.
And you smile at her, and then she punches you in the arm for some reason that you're not entirely sure. And then she strolls out of the water, and you see her gun at her hip, and she moves off into the grotto.
Okay. So yeah, I feel reassured. I know I gotta keep Domino here. This is the place for her.
And standing kind of at Domino's side as she moves out are not bar, but a couple of bars people. Moving almost as members of the gang.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
And then you're both now in a cave underwater, getting dragged along. And you start to speed up. It feels like more and more of these caves are kind of knocking into each other and pulling you along. And you start to speed up and up and up. Farah, you kind of bang against the ground for a second, and you jostle and move a bunch of something. Same happens to you, Green. Do you try and grab any of it as you go by?
Sure. Why not?
Cool. So you grab a hold. Trying to grab a hold of
something real weird, right? But that's okay.
Yeah. And you push through the water, and then suddenly you break out. You're no longer being pushed by the current. You kind of pop out, and you come into open water.
Yeah.
And by this stage, your lungs are burning. You really need some oxygen. I think I need both to roll cool for me. And the cool and the fire is not fire, it's water. And drowning.
Yep. Do something underwater.
Do something underwater. Yeah, you do fine. Farah, you need to do something underwater?
Sorry?
You need to do something
that includes me?
Yep, because
Oh, do you... Yeah, okay.
Well, the question is, does Farah do anything, or is she just
eventually you break out the current.
It's actually a +1 to that, but it's a 9, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, cool. You both come... Green first, Farah a few seconds later, burst out of the water. Yeah, big... Above you, the moon is hanging high in the sky. It looks like it stopped sleeting at some stage. And you're out in the night air you kind of look around in the night and recognize the vague outline of the hills that surround the loch that the grotto is next to. And you're not too far away from shore, thank God, because your muscles are aching from oxygen starvation.
So let's get out of here and get back to the grotto, because
I take a moment to just sort of lie on my back in the water and
I just grab you because I assume you're too done with life to
you do
move.
The, you do the under.
I put you over my
chin.
shoulder. No. In the water. Then I do that. I assume you were when we get to the coast, you were
No. I was just
Yeah.
Cool.
Then I do the under chin drag you to the coast.
Nice. So I think we've got time for. I want to do one more quick scene with Hank, and then one more quick literally this is the last scene of the show kind of idea.
Sure.
Hank, it's the next day. I think we just cut to you meeting the Major. he wasn't doing anything. You were able to talk your way past his guards, and you walk in. And to your
We're just
surprise,
busy. Busy doing what? Well, I don't know. He's busy.
you come in to kind of an office, desk in front of him. On the wall are several like big pictures of men in like military garb, and there's a tall man with like kind of intense blue eyes and short cropped hair, and very like chiseled features, but quite like hard chiseled features. And he's wearing military style officers' fatigues that are actually like pressed and clean. And he stands up when you come in and looks you up and down and goes, "Balls told me about you. You came in the other night. Said you took a punch from Jed." He says you're mute as well. You're
Says
muted.
your microphone's muted.
Oh yeah, Jed sure can punch.
He doesn't smile, but the corner of his mouth twitches. Like, so I've heard. How can I help you?
I'd like to learn more about this little operation they're running in a military base.
I fail to see what concern it is of yours, the operation I'm running.
The concern is, I'm from the U.S. Army. Or
Stares
what's
at you.
left of it.
We don't actually know if we're in the US, so I guess you're in the army.
I mean, he might be in the U.S. Army.
I mean, I'm assuming that his uniform says something about it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, yeah.
Hank's in the U.S. Army. He just stares at you and goes, "And I don't think you understand how the world works anymore.
That's exactly why I'm here.
Okay. This is my base. It was my father's base before mine. It's my grandfather's base before that. We've held on to it. We've killed a lot of people to do that. So the business of this base is my blood. It's my business. It's my life. So don't say like you can walk in and say otherwise. It's insulting."
See, I come here. I see what you've done with the place. And I wonder how I can help you with what I know, my own unique skills.
Okay, the major looks at you, looks you up and down and goes, "Now that makes more sense to me. I'm sure you could help me."
Because
And-
I'm pretty sure you look like a smart man. You know I'm not from here. Not even from this time period.
I'm not sure about that part, but you're wearing fancy gear, and you look like you look like you actually have some professionalism to you. I could use something like that around. There's a lot wrong with this town and the place around it. I could always use more help.
Well, certainly I found a guy tied to a tree with a pentagram or a message carved to his chest. And apparently,
No
The guy
look of
just-
surprise on his face at all.
you guys are surrounded by what people call nutters.
Nutters, crazies, psychopaths. Any good word you can think of to describe somebody who thinks it's important to take your face for themselves because, I don't know, a sprite told them.
nothing wrong with eating faces.
Farah!
except for it being gross. But whatever.
Also, it killing the person whose face you're eating. But
Depends on if you eat it very slowly.
fair.
And then, like, cauterize the wood. Never mind. Nice. I'm sure you can keep people alive. by
You're
eating
the
their
reason
brains.
the faceless is faceless, I assume?
No. I don't think so.
Give me a second there. Someone. I know the feeling of being distracted by off-screen peoples.
Alright, certainly I remember a time when this base was probably your grandfather's time, back when all those ships floated, back when this base was hustle and bustle. Heck, I remember a time when that road leading in here was brand new.
Yeah, he looks very skeptical. I mean, you could read a person if you want to really get an idea of what he was thinking.
Sure, read a person that's short.
It sure is.
Also, if this guy is telling the truth, he might still have some documents about the quarantine, like the stasis mission.
Possibly. Although the place isn't in... I don't think they do. Well,
Great shape, yeah.
9. You can ask him one question.
What does he wish I do?
He wishes that you would fall in line behind him, and he could use your knowledge and skills to help him improve his position and his holding. Like, you're getting a definite sense he doesn't believe you so much, but he thinks you definitely know. You have the old army professionalism in you at the very least, and that's something he can use.
Now I understand that this would not be my only responsibility. I have other responsibilities that, unfortunately, at this time remain classified.
He's his like fist has kind of clenched at that word, like at his side, like white knuckles, but it relaxes quite quickly, and he's like, I'm not asking you to join up with my guards. I'm just asking you to be useful, and then you can stay in town.
I certainly can do that. So, as long as we can arrange an arrangement.
How would you like better rooms than the ones in the Warrens, and better access to food?
That would be a start. I certainly would need a forward operating base.
A what?
A place where I'm welcome and I can kick up my heels.
You can have room number 6. The guard who was running that one died a little while ago.
Does that happen a lot around here?
More than we'd like. Less than most places. You should try going to the city sometime. See how fast life is there.
I plan on fully scouting the area, yes. I was on one of my to-do lists. Why, what's wrong with the city?
Too many people. Too many of them broken. It's also where the worst of them stay. Not the crazies. The worst, the sane people who are just fucking bad.
And you're the only bastion of civilization?
I didn't say that. There's a bunch of towns around here. I just think mine's the best. And he comes around, he holds out his hand and goes, room, food, maybe some barter. You just help me out.
He'll shake his hand and say, I can do that.
Cool.
Would the major say that he had a gig for Hank?
Maybe if Hank ever needs any money, he could always take a guard gig, or perhaps even maybe training. Although we'll see how the unruly guards respond to training.
So I need one more role to advance again.
Yeah, well,
so.
we've got another scene with you guys. So
Yeah,
I think that's a good place to end it for Hank. Hank's first reaching the city.
Sure.
And then we go back. It's you guys. You're in the grotto. Farah and Green, both slightly damp.
Yeah, I have like a blanket. I have a blanket over me, and like I gave one to Farah as well. We're probably I'd probably be in the hot springs, and I'd invite you to come along to them as well to like warm up.
Yeah, sure. I will sort of wander behind you for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and like while we're walking, I like look for Lissa with my kind of like looking for her. Or Nipperkin or Gate, really.
You find Lissa first. Lissa's waiting at the entrance for you. Almost like Lissa kind of knew you'd come in through that entrance. She's like, "Oh, you're here."
Yeah. Well, I know where the waterfall goes now. Don't go down there.
I
Goes
never
to a
intended
dark
to.
and cold place.
Yes.
Who's your friend?
I don't know, but I do plan to find out. And I turn to you and I say, "What can I call you?"
The people from the town call me Farah.
What would you like to be called?
Farah will do.
All right.
Sometimes
Then-
it's get away, or sometimes it's oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't like that last one very much. They usually involve people throwing things.
All right, Farah. Then come along. We have a hot springs in the back. It'll be just what we need right now.
Often it's get out of my house.
Why are you here? How did you get here?
Stop touching
what's
that.
This letter for? Yes. Stop licking that. Stop eating that.
Yes,
Those are my toenails.
Why do you have a lock of my hair?
So yeah, I turn to like while walking. I assume Lissa. I like gesture Lissa to walk with us, and I say, "What did you do with Bar? Is he still out?"
Oh, he's gone. Gage chucked him out.
Good. What about his people? Are they still here?
Half and half. Some of them wanted to stay. Some of them were too injured to want to move. Do you want us to kick them out as well?
No. I'll have a talk with them later. But right now I gotta heat up. Did Domino show her face around?
She watched the fight with her hood up. Didn't see her face.
All
She
right,
went back to her room after.
Yeah, and then I like kind of lean into Lissa and I say, she's the one that's been stealing the clothes, but it's complicated and people will get them back. I'll talk with her later. Don't push her. I think she could be a great asset to us. We just have to treat her with some care.
Nods. It's like, whatever you say.
All right. I'll talk with her later, but for now I am freezing. And like I think that's when we enter the hot springs cavern.
Lissa looks at Farah and gets in real close and says, "You have eyes in your stomach." And then
You can see.
and then Lissa walks away.
I just no okay. Like I just pull out the spoon.
You
and
pull out the spoon.
Okay, and I just stare. And I just turn to, or actually, I say this to the air for the most part. I like her.
Yeah, I give you like a little look up and down, and I say, "Figures." And yeah, I think we just go to the hot springs, and I want to have a talk with Farah. So I think when we're in the hot springs, which are like, it's so nice in the hot springs. Green loves it there. Pretty much everybody loves it there, especially in winter. Like it's a whole, and it's like it's beautiful, right? Like it's a beautiful cave, and the water. Actually, I failed to mention this earlier, but there's bioluminescent algae in the water, and like
that's
there's
nice.
different ones in every cave. So the ones in the hot springs actually they glow in this like really vibrant, like kind of green blue-ish light, and that's what illuminates most of the room. And yeah, everybody loves the hot springs. And I think once we're sitting in them, and it's like all we're getting heated up, I say, so you kind of just appeared there. What's going on with you? And I would definitely like to meet you.
Then you kind of like go under the water a bit and go blah blah blah
Okay.
blah 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 blah.
That's how that goes.
Yeah, and then Green drowned.
Makes like bubbles. Just no, I like. Yeah, I wanna read Farah. I wanna figure out
Yeah.
because I wanna know if she's lying about what she's about to say and stuff.
I mean, she won't be lying. She just won't be making any sense.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't know that. Also,
Yeah,
my harp is highlighted. Now I advance again.
Yeah. That's good. It's all good.
Yeah, so I'll just hold it for now, and I'll ask you like, what's going on with you? Where did you come from?
I am not 100. I'm not sure. There was a man, and he was hurting me, and then I got out. The mother saved me, and then
The mother? Like, look
Yeah.
confused.
Yes, the presence that surrounds us, that leaks through the cracks in the broken things.
Yeah, I think I nodded that. Like I kind of know what you're talking about, but not quite, right?
It's like we have different languages to describe the same thing. That's kind
Yeah,
of
exactly. So yeah, I say, all right. So where was this man? Was it one of these? And I like kind of nod over to what's left of Bar's guys.
No, I don't think I like them very much, but no, this was a large, like, black man. He was, yeah, and he had leather hands.
Where was this?
Outside
Here in the hills.
in the hill. It was near Balls. Balls is a good man. I like Balls.
Does Balls like because I go to
That's
the
one
base.
thing you don't want to hear a little child say.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
true.
I did it on purpose.
Balls has never been to the grotto. He
But I've been to the base occasionally, but not very often.
then you've met Balls at the gate, and he gave you a super hard time. Because like we've already established, Balls is always working
Yeah.
that gate.
Yeah.
Okay, then I turn to you and I say, that asshole that's guarding the gate down at the base.
Asshole. I mean,
Sorry,
he has an asshole. I think.
I'm sorry. That
He
man.
wouldn't let me see though. It's
and Green just like shakes his head like, what the fuck? But he doesn't say that. He's like, sorry, it's been a long day. That man down at the base.
yes.
How did you get here? It's about a good 2.5 hour walk, at least. Usually longer.
Yeah. I was biting him and biting him and biting him, but he would not let go. And then I listened and I traveled. and
Magic.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, doesn't matter how you got here. But you arrived at a bit of an inopportune time. You
There were
shouldn't
many
go
people there.
down in the pit. Yes, there was a fight in the pit, which, well, we'll
Yeah.
come to that, but... Well,
But
I don't know.
you clean colored man, why are you why fight?
because of the laws, the source, the water around here, it's special.
Yeah.
It's, well, it heals people, brings people together, cures them from physical and mental ailments, but in turn we have to follow its laws, and one of those laws was broken. And when a law is broken, well, penalties have to be enforced. That man that I was fighting broke one of the laws, and I had to put him in his place.
In the pit.
Everything has its place.
Ain't that true? Ain't that the truth? Yeah.
Ain't that the
And
truth?
I think, like, I don't necessarily want anything else out of this conversation. Wait, I
Yeah.
haven't asked my question yet.
Go for
What
it.
does your character intend to do?
My character intends to get warm, get dry, and then retreat to her den, actually.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so I can sense that you kind of want to get out of here.
Yeah.
But I tell you, like, Green gives you the whole spiel, like, you can stay if you want. These are the laws. Like, I tell you the laws. Don't break them, or
Yeah.
bad
no.
things happen.
And Farah definitely remembers this. I think she doesn't necessarily respond negatively to this idea.
Yeah.
Because safe places are to be treasured. It's important. It's just
Yeah.
that there are so many people here, and
Yeah, but I tell you, like, if you're hurt or if, like, something's up, you can come here. If you, like, work a bit, you can get food. And stuff like that.
the only thing I want to do, and I don't know if this I want to, when I leave, I kind of want to take one of Green's shoes, just randomly.
Do you ask for one of Green's shoes? Because shoes are valuable in the apocalypse.
Yes, I'm sure they are. I just want to take one.
I mean, they're on my feet, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you went into a hot springs. I'm not sure if you actually went into the water or not.
I mean, okay, like, if you... Oh, yeah, no, you can try to steal one of my shoes when getting out of the hot spring. Yeah, that's
Sure, why not,
definitely a
right?
possibility.
Yeah, roll under...
It's one of those.
Poor Domino's
it's
going to
probably
get blamed
cool.
for stealing Green's shoe.
Probably. If I roll well,
Oh, yeah.
I can't oppose this in any way, right?
You could try and interfere with it, but the best you could do is bring it down to a 10.
Yeah.
I think so, right? Like,
So
I just actually, you know what? Like, let's do a little, like, let's do one of the shoelaces. That's even more fun because, like, a whole shoe is kind of large. Like, I'm
Yeah.
assuming that Green's a kind of a big man.
So
Yeah.
you steal
Like a
it.
shoelace, like a shoelace,
Alright.
which is even weirder somehow. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I just assume I lost my shoelaces down in the...
Yeah,
whatever.
something like that. Your
That's
shoes...
what I-
That's going to be
I
so
assume.
annoying, because shoelace... It's going to be really hard to find, like, string.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get that specially traded
have to,
in.
like,
Yeah,
or, like,
yeah.
duct tape it somehow or whatever. Like,
Yeah, I think what I do, I, like, find a nail or something, and I, like, slightly bend it, so it, like, kind of holds them together, but
Yeah.
it's not great.
Cool. So,
Yeah,
Farah, you take a
every time I
shoe.
have-
And for the last shot, Green, you remember that while you were under the water, you grabbed something, and in all the confusion of coming up in the dark and going on shore,
Oh, yeah.
you stuck it in your jacket pocket. So you're thinking of that while you're in the hot
Well, my
tubs.
Pants pocket, because I took my jacket off
Oh,
before
okay,
the
yeah,
fight.
in,
so
in
I
your
wouldn't
pants
know.
pocket.
Yeah, so I, like, take it out. What is it?
It's a human femur bone.
Great.
that's fun. That's all I have to say about
And
that.
you remember that you bashed against a lot of stuff at the bottom of that water.
So yeah, I, like, shiver a little bit, and I don't know what to do with this. think I throw it back in the like holes in the pit, like so it goes back down there.
Yeah. So maybe that's the last shot. The last shot is kind of I like to frame it like a TV show in my head, and I think the last shot is like you came out of the hot tub. We see you with like go into your pants and pull out this like broken femur bone, and like look at it for a few seconds, and you just drop it into the hole. You hear it splashes down
I
below.
shiver a little bit and then cut.
Yay!
Cool. Awesome.
Okay, so with my next advancement, I'm gonna get followers and fortunes, so that's gonna be fun for the next time I'm
So
playing.
now you have a gang and a cult.
Yep. No, they're not my cult. They're my scene.
You're seeing. Hank, I'm
Not
so sorry that
yeah.
that whole game went by without you actually running into a player character, apart from my player character of the Major at the end there.
No, that's okay.
It wasn't. I deliberately tried to push you and Farah together, and then you
But then it
bounced
didn't really
away
work
like
out.
magnets.
Yeah,
And then-
that's kind of what happened. Yeah.
And then Farah magically teleported, and like there was just a really good place for Farah to go.
Yeah, that's why I let you kind of do it. That's fine.
Yeah, but so I'm sorry you didn't get to run you into any player characters. I had that kind of
That's fine.
happen before. I always feel bad when that happens. But did you have fun anyway?
Yes, I did.
Good.
And I leveled up, so
Nice.
I'm gonna send you a PM about the high-tech scrounge thing. But
Yeah.
that can be all settled in PM. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've read that before. I'll double check it, but yeah, that basically means you like take apart some equipment in your base and get.
I was thinking more of a supply room that I just unlocked.
No. It's literally you have to like destroy some of your base to get it. Like you destroy one of the features to get here it is. You can scavenge stasis for its spare parts. Each time you do, you get 5 blah blah blah. But permanently scratch out one stasis facility. So you have to like destroy one of the facilities you have.
Yeah, so it actually comes with a mechanical downside. Like you can get a ton of money. Basically, you can get rich quick at the expense of taking something apart.
Like at the beginning of the game, you get one stasis facility, and then you have 3 advancements or like character improvements where you can take 3 more stasis facilities. But this is one where you can like get rid of one but get something in return.
Yeah, but I was thinking of turning the barter into just like a supply room. Basically, I get high-tech supplies.
If you take apart a facility, like you get rid of a facility, we can say you have a supply room. Like, basically, you got to give up something to get something. You can't just.
Well, yeah,
So
Which one did you start with? Which stasis facility?
the med lab.
Okay.
So, I mean, your wife's kind of in the med lab. So, that would suck.
Yeah, I destroy the med lab. Who fucking cares? No.
No, I was thinking of looting the supply room and getting all the gear from it.
Yeah, but you've got
That would
to...
be the disadvantage is that the supply room would be empty afterwards.
No. It's literally like in the rules. You have to like, you have there's 7 or 6 stasis facilities. There's release, brain isolating rig, med lab, archives, high tech scrounge, and armory. If you have the high tech scrounge, you can destroy one other facility or that facility that you have to get the barter, but it's that facility is permanently gone.
Yeah.
So you could take the high tech scrounge and like scavenge itself because
This just got so
you
much
can-
simpler.
something you can
Just take the armory. There's literally an armory. Just take the armory, and you'll
It's true.
get some stuff from the armory. You'll get some weapons.
well,
and,
assault rifles and body armor, but they're not necessarily what
and
he's
you get,
looking for.
you
But
can
if
have
you
a
want high tech
paradol.
crap, but like it specifies at the high tech scrounge that you can erase itself. So if you just want a one-time thing, you can take high tech scrounge, use it, and scratch itself out, and then you can just do it once, but never again. But you get it once.
Okay, if you can do that, then that's fine. Just take high tech scrounge, scratch that out, and you get the barter this one time. Yeah, that works. And then in that case, we can see the hydro chance was it was your tech supply closet.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was intending on it for being like a supply closet, and then I just raid it, and it's empty and destroyed.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was just
Yeah.
going with the way that the rules are worded there because it's like something you use to take apart other things. But if you're taking itself apart, then that makes sense that you're taking apart like the supply closet. I just got to work within the mechanics and within the fiction, and it does there, so that's fine. Always good to end the episode with a nice long rules discussion.
Of course. Absolutely.
Absolutely, that's how we do. That's how we go.
How life works.
Hey, at
Green.
least we don't end with like a 5-hour rule session, which we sometimes do for.
Okay,
Other
let's
games.
let's talk about who knows who better.
Yeah. Heck, Green. Who do you know better? Farah.
Farah, right?
Yeah, it's same thing on the other hand. See, that's kind of easy, right?
Yeah.
Also, I kind of ate your shoe at some point.
Yeah. So you
Yep.
can take 2.
I'll add 2 to yours.
Hank, you didn't really meet anyone, but if you want, you could say you know the Major better, and I'll give the
Yeah.
Major +1 of you. Cool.
Okay.
Because the Major, although I haven't really had a chance to play him yet, he is supposed to eventually be a player character. If when in meetings does function as a player character.
Okay.
So +1.
Let's kill the major guys. Let's.
I actually have
I
plans
mean,
in case
that
someone does
almost-
that.
Yeah, that's I think that's gonna happen at some point. I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
Probably. It's fine.
Why?
People just want to kill my character because they're all assholes.
Evil Meat and Doomwolf come along and
Yeah, then I'm fucked. It's fine because as soon as they kill him, I just go, okay, he's back with Free Weird.
it's true.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Why does everybody want to kill him?
They just do because they're not nice. We were just
Not
No,
nice
like anti-authority, man. Like he's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
too.
anti-authority. Fuck
Yeah.
the establishment.
Exactly.
I think I'm totally. If I get to a 6th advancement, I'm totally gonna play a second character.
Nice. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
make Gage the gunlugger.
Nah, man. We're gonna get a chop up in this bitch. Jaw Crusher's back.
Jaw Crusher's back. Nice. That would be fun.
Yeah. At some point, I might want to make a second character as well.
Yeah,
just
that-
because, like, I love Farah to bits, but Farah is kind of one note sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, you can, once you get to your 5th advancement, you can take your 5th advancement as one of the special advancements, including
Yeah.
have a second
Isn't it the
character.
6th one? Like once you get 5, the next one.
I haven't
Oh,
really checked, so
I
it might be that.
understand.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but anyway, I've got to go.
Alright.
I had fun. Smaller game, nice game though. Got to see how some stuff interacts. Always good. Do you want to do your magical girl pose out, Green? Fucking loser.